Greetings and welcome to another excellent World of Tanks video. As you can see here, I'm going to show you a video of my Wiesel in action. So I hope you enjoy this video. Leave a like, possibly subscribe, tell your friends. It's going to be a good one. Welcome to Erlenberg. So Erlenberg is actually a map that's, usually a fun map for me to play. The layout is good, and I just have a good vibe when I'm playing on this map, in whatever tank. Wiesel is no exception to that. The fact of having that hill on the right that I'm headed towards gives you a lot of options to, sneak up and take a looky-loo at the guys, give you some coverage. It just helps the overall, what do you call it, stealthy behavior. Man, that martyr back there is really a freak with that chain gun. He drilled me too, that little freak. Well, don't worry. We'll settle his hash later on in the game. Spoiler alert. That was a miss. Now, one of the things that's great about Wiesels, if you don't play Wiesel, is that heavy tanks and any big luxury liners like a Thumper, those are what I call Wiesel food. I mean, you could still, have some nice meals on a Martyr, for example, or a BMP3, or other light tanks or medium tanks. But the heavies and the Thumper are really great because they're not very fast, and those are some big targets, man. And your rate of cashing direct hits on those tanks for damage is very high. Abrams, man, you can one-shot an Abrams sometimes. For example, Challenger 2 is another good example. That Martyr guy is a freak. I mean, he's good and effective, which I don't like. I mean, I can appreciate it, and I can compliment him on being a good player, but dude, I hate his guts. In the context of the game itself, this guy keeps drilling me with those chain guns. And so actually what he did is he made me come up with a new plan of attack, and that is to roam out here during my reloads and line up, targets, whatever, and not get too close to that mountain area because that guy is a freak. That is, I don't think that hit. I mean, the secret of Wiesel attacks, if you have a Wiesel, maybe you're not good at the Wiesel yet. One of the things you need to do is you need to get on flattish ground to help you take shots, zoom in on some cases if you need to. It's just always going to depend on the situation, but you want to be moving. The thing that makes you safe is your fast speed. That freaking Wiesel. I was trying to ram him, because if I can ram him, the other guys will get on him like ducks on a June bug. Because Wiesels roll 95 plus as a general rule. So, here I'm able to keep guys spotted and also, get shots once I get a reload. But I was never able to ram any of these enemy Wiesels. Oh, look at this birthday present. Kaboom, baby. Guess what? That was a Topol 490 Wiesel food. Good tank. I played it to try it out. I thought it was very good, but it is Wiesel food. So if you're in a Topol 490 what I recommend for you is to go with a pack. Don't go by yourself. The weasel will eat you alive. Because you're a one-shot kill in some cases to the weasel in a topal. I mean, that dude is scissors, and I'm definitely a rock when it comes down to the topal. Ah, idiot. I got greedy. Tried to get him at too close of a range. Missed the shot. Can only blame myself on that one. I'm coming back, baby. Look, there's a thumper right there and 2 heavy tanks. Weasel food. Fire! Oh yeah, right up the butt, baby. Surprisingly, I didn't kill him, and I thought I got him. That martyr guy is killing me. But our team is winning. We're doing real good. You know, my overall vibe that when I was feeling it during the game was that we were doing pretty good, and I kept looking up and kept seeing that we had a lead. I'm like, well, you know, go with it. Now this guy, I have him dead to right, tagged, and no damage at all. I don't have any idea. I mean, I hit him right in the rear, where he has no protection. Apparently, I don't know. You know, do the best you can, and whatever happens, happens. It's out of your control. And that's what I did. I did the best I could. My team was really quite good, especially those 3 guys over there when they were at Alpha 6 and 7. Alrighty, let's see how it goes, baby. I knew I did good in this game. I had a good feeling. I didn't know it was that good because I only did 4,000 damage. But hey, I'll take it, man. It was great. That Spider Strike guy did great as well. Same thing, 4,000 damage. Fantastic stuff. Alright, let's look and see how we got an MVP. So as you saw, 4,000 damage. Barely, but I did get 4,000 damage. Killed 2 guys. But the key thing is roaming around in the flat ground over there on the north side of the map. Northeast corner, really. Got me 5,400 spotting damage. That was just super nasty. And that's how you sneak your way into MVP position in a weasel when your damage isn't like stellar. I mean, that 4,000 is a real solid amount of damage. I would say this might be it. This is probably a 3rd class badge. I didn't even look, to be honest with you. Maybe a 2 if I'm super lucky. I don't know. But, you know, made good money. 169,000. 15,000 commander points. Now, what I did is I took my 9 skill commander out of this tank and put it in another tank. And I brought an 8 skill here to build it up while I'm, you know, working on long hauls, just having fun with the weasel. So I was able to take my commander and I'm building him up because he's got 8 skills while I'm having fun. I did the same thing also in my FV101 light tank Era 1 Cold War. I play it so often that I'm just throwing commander points away unless I bring up an 8 skill guy and let him profit off of the point making that's going on. Now let's go check and see what kind of class badge I'm getting, because I really, you know, I'm not cheating and look, I know where I looked and then I'm coming back to try and make it dramatic. I honestly have no idea if I got a 3rd or a 2nd here. Let's find out. Yeah, I didn't think 2nd was really that close. I mean, you don't really know. You can't see like a gauge or whatever. But I would guess you got to get close to 10,000 to get a 2nd class badge. It's hard, man. Fire for effect. Do more damage on your hit points. Spotter. Do more than 1,000 damage spotting. I did that obviously with 5,000. Knocked out crew or modules. Hand of God. Survive and win the battle having received damage from at least 4 different enemy vehicles, including that martyr jerk. That guy did, was really annoying. Which is, kind of a compliment because, he's doing well. Now, look at my team. That Leclerc got 6 grand in damage and 6 kills, but he is a higher tier tank. I think he's a tier 4 in Era 3. If we look at the tech tree, we can look and see what his relative position is. Now, the Wiesel is a tier 1. It is the lowest possible on the tech tree, so you get a bonus, which is how Wiesels make it into the MVP position, even though the numbers are not like staggeringly great. That Leclerc's number 6,000 is really darn good, man, with 6 kills. That is hard to beat, except that, well, he's at the top of the chain, and no, so he doesn't get a bonus. I'm at the bottom of the chain, so I get a pretty hefty bonus. And then same thing, that other guy, Spider Strike, he scored about the same as me, not as good in the kills and also not as good in the assist. But he's up there number 3 because he did well. 3,000 assists is a lot of assists. Look, no one on the other team was anywhere close to that. Another guy had 2,200. So Spider and myself did really well in that, and that's why we're 1 and 3 on this deal. I don't know where it is. Oh yeah, he is top of the chain. You see that right there? That's why his score was awesome, but he was only in 2nd place because he is literally tier 4 of Era 3. He's at the top with the Challenger 2, that Leopard 2A5, and then the M1A2 Abrams. So this is my trusty Wiesel Commander point maker. And one of the things that's good about it is that, I keep getting better working on my Wiesel to the point where I can get the occasional MVP, but I can get long haul production 25%, maybe 30% of the time. It'll vary from day to day, sometimes a little more, sometimes a little bit less. So that was really bonus, but I knew I was having a good game and I was being effective, but I had no idea that was, as good as it was in the spotting department. I wasn't paying attention to that. I was just trying to make every shot count when I was shooting those heavy tanks, and I got a lot of shots on heavy tanks. So in itself, that told me I was doing quite well, as our team was, doing also well in that area with those 3 guys. That was super awesome. You can't score in a Wiesel if your team is not good. Well, not you can't do it, but it's harder to score. Those guys were drawing attention. And that attention that they draw from being successful means less attention for me, which gives me more maneuvering room or more ability to do stuff. So it's one of those things. It's not something I did by myself. This is because I had an effective team in that area, and I was able to have a fairly free hand to roam in that area, and it just paid off big time, as you saw. So I hope you guys enjoyed this match. Maybe you learned something about Wiesels. It would be helpful if you could leave a like, maybe. Spread the word on eBay. Spread the word on YouTube. Tell your friends if you would. That way, especially if they have a Wiesel, they could learn from this video. Maybe they'll leave a like. Maybe subscribe. Because I do Wiesel videos somewhat frequently whenever I have a good game to help show Wiesel tactics to people so they can get better. Because I'm getting better in the Wiesel, I want to say every day, but every week for sure. So I want to thank you guys for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it helped you out. There's my boy Hayden. I'm going to go talk to him. So look forward to seeing you guys in another video again real soon. I'm out of here. See you later.